Hello student, welcome back to A.KR Academy Super 50. I am your teacher and today we are going to solve the top 10 biology for your TRE 4 exam. Our first question is, who is known as the father of genetics? First one is Charles Darwin, second one is John Mendel, or third one is Louis Pasteur. D. Lamarck. Which one is correct? First George John Mendel. He is a discoverer of a basic principle of heredity. Those experiment on a pea plant. Right. First, who is the known as a father of genetic? Father of genetic is George John Mendel. George John Mendel, he is discoverer of a basic principle of heredity. This one is a basic principle of heredity on a pea plants. And Charles Darwin is known as the theory of evaluation. Charles Darwin is known as a theory of evaluation. Theory of evaluation and natural selection. And third one is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur is the famous pasteurization. This picture is a Louis Pasteur. Famous for pasteurization. Is it clear now? And vaccines for rabies and anthrax. Third one is Lamarck. Purpose of this theory is inheritance. This picture of Lamarck, and that's purpose is the theory of the inheritance of acquired evaluations. Characteristic of acquired evaluation. Which is the correct option of genetic of father of genetics? This is option B. Correct option, Gregor John Mendel. Next question is, which is the largest, strongest bones in our human bodies? First one is a stapes bone, and then second is a humerus, and third is a femur's thin bones, and D is a tibia. Can you show these pictures? Femur is a bones. It support that the weight and the body of a very hard and break. Okay, support of weight. It means femurs. It support the weight of our body. Support the weight of the body. And is very hard to break, very hard to break. But a staph, this is the smallest bone in our body. A staph, this is a smallest bone on our body, smallest bone in the body, found in the ear, body found in the ears, found in the ears. Do you know how is it look like? I will show you these pictures of reals. Humerus. What do I mean of humerus? The longest bone in our upper arms. The longest bone in the upper, longest bone in the upper arm. Tibia. What do I mean of tibia? Tibia, the sign bones, the sign bones locate in the lower leg, locate in the lower leg, locate in the lower leg. Do you want to show these pictures? Lower leg. Okay, I'll show this. First, this one is the head of Melius and the neck of the Melius, and then this one is a figure of steps. Steppage. This is the inner part of our ears. This one is a smallest bone in our body, smallest bone in our body, Okay, and then next figure is a आपका femur. That one is a femur, and that petals look like a ball. It means two bones are joined in front of these, and knee joint, and the fibula and the tibia. Tibia is just like of your foot. Tibia, this bone is a tibia. Okay, tibia, femora, petals, patella, and knee joint. This one is a knee joint. As there's a real bone of this one is a real bone, and next one is this is the automatically neck humerus. This one is a real bone of anatomically neck humerus and surgical neck of humerus. Okay, this one is a anatomical neck of humerus. Okay, next one figure is who has discovered the nucleus? Who discovered a nucleus cell? First one is a Robert Hooke, and then B is a Robert Brown, and C is a Sachuan, and option D is a Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf Virchow. Who discovered a nucleus in a cell? Robert Brown. Robert Brown. This picture is a Robert Brown. Robert Brown, he has identified the nucleus as a central part of the cell. Okay, he identified the nucleus as a central part, as a central part of the cell in 1831. But Robert Brown, this picture is a Robert Brown's, and Robert Brown is the founder of his identify the nucleus of the central part of the cells of 1833. But Robert Hooke, this one is a, and Robert Hooke, he's discovered the cell of itself. Robert Hooke, he discovered the cell itself in 1665, but it was a dead croc cells. Okay, and such one, this picture was such one. This picture is a such ones, and such ones along with two satellites, along with satellites. Leiden, he purposed of the cell theory. They gives a purpose of cells theory. And Rudolf, this picture is a Rudolf Virchow. He is stated that the cells of come from to the pre-existing cells. He stated that all cells comes from the pre-existing cell. Okay, and who discovered the nucleus in the cell? This one is a Robert Brown. Okay, this one is Robert Brown. Your answer is Robert Brown. The next question is, which organ is known as the graveyard of RBC? First one is a spleen, and then kidney, and livers and heart. Can you show these pictures of hearts? And second be a livers and a spleens and kidneys. And what is the heart? Heart, it is the only job to pump. It is only job is to pump blood throughout of the body, out of the body. Okay, and liver, what is the working of liver? How is it work? Primarily involved in detoxifications and bile production. Is it clear now? A spleen, what is working of a spleen? How is it work? It is a filter the blood. It filters the blood and breaks down old or damaged red blood cells. Is it clear? Then kidney, how is it work? Filter the wastage parts. Filters waste and extra waters to produce urine. Can you see these pictures of real? How is it work? Look like? Okay. This one is a picture of heart, real heart. This one is a picture of real heart, and then it is work look like that. First left one is a vessel to the heart and neck and arms, and that right one is the aorta, and right one is the pulmonary arteries, and left one is the superior vena cava, and left one is the right arterium and right one is the left arteriums, and that lower downs and the left ventricles and right downs right ventricles, and this one is a real figure of, and when we tear down then look like this. Okay, the next question is next one picture is a liver. Liver is look like the real liver is look like real liver is look like that, but next one is a liver right lobes, and then upper pipe is the inferior of vena cava and down is a left lobes, and just like of the flacium of ligament and hepatical arteries veins. This one is a hepatical artery of vein, and this one is a bile duct. This one is a bile duct and gallbladder, and this one is a liver. This figure is a liver, and real liver is a this one. And next, come to the next point. This is the pasteurization extremely. Okay, and this is the renal surface of shortage and the anterium extremely, and this is the kidney cloacals and surface like hilus, and this is the gastrical surface and the pasteurization extremely, renal surface and short gastric vessels, and the splenic arteries, splenic veins. This one figure is a reals. Can you saw the kidney? Yes or no? Do you want to it? This is a figure of kidney, real kidney. This figure is a real kidney. And first, how is it work? First is the medulla and the cortex and the segmental arteries and renal arteries, renal vein and renal plebs and the major calyx and interlobus and vein papilla and arcuate veins, and that's the ureter. Ye ureter and cortical radiant and the minor calyx and radiant arteries and corticals, arcual arteries, renal caps. How is it work? I will come with next videos. Next question is, who performed the world first human heart transplant? First, this picture is a Cartesian Bernard, and next one is the Edward Jenner. I have no pictures, and Alexander Fleming and the William Harvey. Give me your answer. Who performed the world first human heart transplant? Tell me. Christina Bernard, he is the performer of this historic. Christina Bernard, he performed this historic surgery in South Africa. Okay, in 1967. And Edward Jenner is known as the smallpox vaccine. He was founded of smallpox vaccine. Is known for the smallpox vaccine. A smallpox vaccine. Next one is Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming is a discovered penicillin antibiotics. William Harvey discovered how blood circulates in the human body. Which one is the answer? Who performed their World Human Hearts? Christina Bernard. First time he is the discovered of human heart transplantations in our historical surgery of the South Africa, and first time of 1967. And the next question is, where is the pituitary gland, master gland, is located in our body? Throat, brain, abdominal, chest. Where is it? Brain is a pea-sized. Brain is look like pea-sized. It is a pea-sized. Gland at the base of the brain. Gland at the base of the brain. At the base of the brain. Of the brain that controls other glands. This is the pituitary gland is a master gland. You know that. Abdomen. This area contains the pancreas. This area contains the pancreas and adrenal glands. Chest, the thymus gland. The thymus gland is located here behind the breastbone. The breastbone. Throat. This is where their thyroid gland is located. this is where the thyroid gland is located. Do you saw the pictures of a throat? Do you enjoy these sessions? Just like and subscribe this, and I will see this. This one is a throat. This is a real picture of this, and first one is a normal, abnormal, and normal uvea and pyrex and soft plate, normal walls, and the swell, tonsils, and western bobs, and spots, and throat of a niche. Okay, come to the next questions. This one is a brain, just like look like a pea. Is central skulls. This is a real pictures of a brains, partial lobes, and the occipital lobe, and the transverse official cerebellum, and the spinal cord, and the temporal lobes, and the lateral skulls, and the frontal lobes, and central skulls. This is the cerebellum, and the spinal cords. This is a spinal cords, and transversal freezer, and the lateral skulls, and the frontal lobes, and central skulls. Okay, come to the next question. Who invented the first vaccine of smallpox? Who invented the first vaccine of smallpox? Louis Pasteur. Second one is a carbon, and third one is a C, and fourth one is a hydrogen. Who is invented? Please give me your answer. Give me. Who invented the first vaccine of a smallpox? Not a Louis Pasteur, not a carbon dioxide, not a oxygen, not a hydrogen. That answer is a Edward Jenner. Invented of a small pox vaccine, Edward Jenner. Is it clear now? Which is the most abundant element found in the human body? Okay. Which is the most abundant element found in our human body? Oxygen. It make up the about 65%. Oxygen, it makes up about 65% of human body. Okay. Mass, mostly in the form of water. And carbon dioxide, the second most abundant about 18% forming the backbone of organic molecules. Oxygens, it is a makeup of 65% in our body. It is a makeup of 65% of human body's mass of mostly in the form of water, not a nitrogen, it was oxygens. Okay, not a nitrogens. Which is the most evident element found in our body? Can you give me your answers and opinions? Oh, answer is oxygens. Okay, next question is, who proposed the theory of natural selection evaluation? Lamarck, Alfred Russell, Charles Darwin, or Hugo Darwin? Tell me. Are you enjoy this session? If yes, please like and videos and subscribe of A.KR Academies. Give me your answers. Who proposed the theory of natural selection? First one is Lamarck. Lamarck believed animals could change their bodies during their lifetime. And pass it on wrong theory. Alfred Russell and Charles Darwin. Hugo Darwin. Who's the Hugo Darwin? The purposed the mutation theory of evaluation. He gives a theory of evaluations. Which one is correct? Tell me which one is correct. Charles Darwin is a correct answer. Finally, question number 10. Why is our red blood red? Finally, question number 10. Red color of a blood is due to the presence of, first one is plasma, hemoglobin, WBC, platelets. Tell me. Yes, it is a B, a hemoglobin. Which one is the correct answer? Hemoglobin. Can you saw these pictures? How is look like? First plasma, and then third is WBC, platelets. How is it work? Hemoglobin, it is an iron rich protein. It is iron rich proteins. Iron rich protein. Okay, and that carries oxygen. And gives blood. It red bloods. red blood colors. Okay, and plasma, the yellow white liquids, part of the blood. And third, WBC, white blood cell. This fight infections. And have no color. Platelets, these help in blood clotting. Stop bleeding, stopping bleeding. Okay, a student, don't just memorize these answers and learn why other options are wrong. This is how you clear that super 50. If you like these questions, just like it and subscribe it. Okay, thank you for all.